right, good morning. I'm here in famous New York City, New York. And I'm very excited because this is my first real time here in New York City, finally getting to discover it. And I only have one day here to explore this famous city and really get to see all the things that I've been seeing ever since I was a young kid. Everything from the sights and sounds, tastes and smells. So very excited to be here. I'm gonna explore around. Just got off the subway here in downtown Manhattan, and I'm going to just walk around, spend the day, and then off to the next location tomorrow. So if you only have one day here in New York City, this is definitely some of the things that you gotta do while you're here. So very excited for y'all to come along with me, and let's get the day started. I got my coffee, start off the day. Very excited about that because I'm a little jet lagged still from my flight back from Athens. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna start, and I'm in Lower Manhattan right now, or south side of the city. Basically, I'm gonna start my way down there and work my way all the way up to north side. I'm gonna see a lot of the famous sites and all the places that, again, I've seen only in movies and books and film. Definitely a lot bigger in person than I could have actually ever imagined. This is pretty wild. So we're gonna start down here, Lower Manhattan, work our way north, and go discover, go explore. So one of the first stops here along the journey in New York City is probably one of the most famous places, at least is in my lifetime. Right now I'm at the 9/11 memorial here at the World Trade Center. And for those of you that do know, and most of you probably do, this was the site of the September 11th 9/11 attacks back in 2001. This is where it all happened. This is where the planes hit the towers and where the towers went down. And the whole world changed here. The whole world changed right here. After they've gotten rid of everything and cleaned up the site afterwards, they made this into a memorial park. And so now it's just two infinity pools at the foundations of where the towers once stood. So it's open to the public now for people to come here, pay respects, pay homage, remember, learn. So it's honestly quite a somber place. I definitely remember when I was about 7 or 8 years old, and I remember watching on television on the day and watching the planes hit right here in this spot. It's pretty surreal actually being here right now. They definitely made it a really beautiful park, but just seeing like the big empty foundations right over here is quite a sight to see. I was not really old enough to understand what was going on at the time, but you know, as you grow up, it kind of all comes to you, and you come to the realization of what actually went down here. And watching films and documentaries and stuff post 9/11, it's really quite a trip to be here right now. So yeah, just coming here and checking it all out. It's nice to be here. It's definitely cool to see it finally in person. Yeah, this is really crazy. Back in the day, I mean, you can still watch films, many films with the original Twin Towers still in it, and they're immortalized in time in that regard. But honestly, no words. It's just trying to take it all in. Next, we're gonna head down to the waterfront, check it out, because we're real close to the west side of Manhattan. We're gonna see the West River. There's a boardwalk down there, which will get a nice view of the city from the shoreline. So that'll be really cool. And we'll get there right about now. So I'm here, and it is really beautiful. This is awesome. Even though the weather is not as cooperative as it was yesterday, it was really sunny. But nonetheless, it's all good. Just made it down here to the West Bank and got the whole boardwalk down that way and that way. But we have also New Jersey right across the water on the West River right there. And then good old Lady Liberty right off in the distance over there. You may not be able to see, but she's still standing proud and tall, looking over the bay. Super cool. You get all these boats going around doing their thing. I think they're either ferries or some sort of some sort of service that gets people across. There's a lot of ferries that run from Manhattan Island to the Jersey side, I guess. Honestly, as far as cities go, this is probably one of the most efficient that I've seen. I've heard that, obviously heard that it's very, very efficient, but seeing it finally in person with the subways, all the ferries, and all the different public transportation systems they have in place to get people around in a very tight space, it's pretty cool to see. I see why people love it here, and there really is everything for everybody here. Great spot to come. It's right next to the World Trade Center on the West Bank. You can come here and just hang out, a bunch of benches to just chill if you need a break after walking around all day, or if you're like me who's jet lagged and needs to just hang out for a second, take things slow. But yeah, it's pretty cool. You got wonderful views of Jersey and wonderful smells of food. So this area of Lower Manhattan is really awesome. Even on a cloudy day like today, still a wonderful time, not gonna lie. So just kind of walking around. I'm gonna try and go get a better view of the Statue of Liberty. I don't really want to go out there, probably costs a lot, kind of on a budget right now. You know how it is when you're traveling. So we just keep on going. Another thing, of course, when you come to New York City, you have to get bagels. New York City is famous for their bagels, and there's many, many shops around the city. I just happened to find one here on Lower Manhattan, and it's Leo's Bagel. So I got me a simple, just toasted bagel, everything with a little bit of schmear on it. Try not to eat too much too fast because I'm trying to grab a couple other things while I'm out here today. So doing a mini food tour, just getting a little taste of things around. So I had to get a New York bagel because it's a classic. But of course, I want to also get New York style pizza, which I'm very excited for as well. So just taking a quick break right now. I'm gonna head towards Wall Street, check out New York Stock Exchange, all that. Wow. So good. This is so good. I can't show you the bites because I have to hold the camera and this in my hand, but it's so good. Gotta come to this place, Leo's, or any of the bagel spots here in New York City. So there it is, the famous New York Stock Exchange. Money is made in there and lost in there. And coming from Greece, it's pretty cool to see the Greek-inspired architecture. Looks a lot like the Acropolis with the gods at the top there, and just the structural pillars, all that stuff. So pretty cool to be here. And they have a Mexican flag on there. I don't know why, but that's pretty cool. A lot of people are here as well. It's definitely a tourist attraction. See where all the action happens. Wolf of Wall Street vibes. I'm gonna keep on going. There's a museum here that's free apparently, called the Federal Building. Let's see what that's all about, because free is always good. So I'm inside here at the Federal Hall, just learning about all the history here, and it's actually a part of the U.S. National Park Service. And the big reason is because I didn't even know this, or may have, I just forgot, so much history, that this was actually the first U.S. Capitol of the United States after the Revolutionary War. And here in New York City, this was the first government building for all of the federal government under the Constitution, as well as where George Washington got inaugurated as the first president of the United States. So that is really cool. I did not know that, honestly. So just learning about all this here, this is where the government was, this is basically where the government was housed in a way. All the matters of government were first done here for the first year or two in the beginning of the United States of America. And inside the walls here, it's just so pretty. Greek inspired, and what I learned here was that when they built this building, it cost at the time $1 million, which was unthinkable back in the day. But you can see all the Greek architecture here, and it's very cool. You even have this stone where George Washington was inaugurated, right over here. So that's where he stood when he took the inaugural address to the nation as the first president. It's also served as the custom house for the state for New York City, as well as many other things throughout history. but this is super cool. Lots of stuff in American history here at the Federal Building, as well as just in New York City. So when y'all come here for a day, or when you come here for a proper trip, just make sure to look up all the different spots around here for the history of the United States, because there's so much here, all over the East Coast, but especially here in New York City, very famous, and there's so much to discover. I honestly didn't even remember about this growing up here in the States. Didn't remember about this building, and it's really cool to learn about this even just now. So very, very cool. Oh yeah, you got a nice little view up here. Yeah, this is really cool. Just here in New York City, there's a bunch of national park and national monuments, all part of what they call the New York City Harbor National Monuments, or national parks, all part of the National Park System, Department of the Interior. So, big support for national parks and, preservation of the history here in the U.S. Love it. Super awesome. And this is free. This is a free museum. This is free. You can go in here, just walk around, learn. Don't have to pay for anything. And after coming back from doing a bunch of museums and stuff abroad, coming back to my own country and just being able to walk in and learn really makes you appreciate home. It's pretty cool. Cool stuff. Nice view out there. So I'm kind of on a history binge right now, so let's get out and find some more stuff. So of course, we gotta take the famous New York subway system down here in the Wall Street station, taking the 2 across. We're gonna go across the Brooklyn Bridge, get over to Brooklyn. There's a spot that I really wanna go see. World famous New York City subway system. Probably one of the best, if not the best, in the country to my knowledge. Some other cities I know have good metro systems, kind of like a light rail and a little bit of a subway, but this is like the most complex one. But here it comes. Brooklyn Bridge into actual Brooklyn. That's where we want to go. Now we're in Brooklyn. Let's go. Let's get to the top side. Check out this amazing world famous bridge. I'm here at the famous Brooklyn Bridge. This is one of the more iconic bridges in the entire city. You got Brooklyn right over there across the way, started walking, and then Manhattan right over here. And it's been an amazing walk. And you're just on top, you got all the traffic down here going below you. But then the views up here are amazing. It's so cool. You got all that over there. You got Brooklyn, Ellis Island, Staten Island, and then Manhattan right over there. And it's really cool. Very, very beautiful. You really just feel the hustle and bustle of the city out here. Just everybody moving about. Now we gotta keep going. Finish the bridge. Check out some more of the city. There's still so much to do, so much to see. And it's amazing. Might be time for another coffee as well. This bridge was built in 1889, I believe it was. It's kind of showing how they built it right here. There's tons of people, but it doesn't feel too bad, honestly. You can just still walk about and get to where you gotta go. We're just back to Manhattan. I just came to Brooklyn to see some of the other things around here, but it's time to get back into the city. So whenever you are here, have just a day here in New York City, definitely come, take a stroll across the Brooklyn Bridge. It's one of those things you just gotta do, and it's free, And you get out and get some exercise. It's a win-win-win all around. All right, So I'm in Washington Square Park right now, and this is hopping. It's in a really, really great spot right here in the middle of Manhattan. And the clouds have kind of started to dissipate. It's turned into a really beautiful day. But everyone's out here. We got vendors and people just all walking about. It's a nice spring day right now. So if you kind of look all over the place, people are out and about enjoying their day. And then this beautiful fountain behind me. Another beautiful day in New York City. Bands playing and stuff. I'm trying to find one of these guys I follow. His name's Hunter G, but I don't know if he's here. He does he's a producer, and he brings people. He sets up a table here in Washington Square Park and has people freestyle on a beat that he makes. And I don't know if he's here, but it'd be really cool if he was. I'm still looking though. All right, it's pizza time, baby. Look, check this out. Yeah. Famous Joe's Pizza. Let's go. Some real New York slice right there. Let's get it. Wow. Yeah, New York City slices hit different. Real New York pizza. That's what's up. That's fire. It's so good. All right, so I've come to the famous Times Square, where places like the New York Times and a bunch of other really famous spots. I'm just walking now to the area where they do New Year's Eve, the ball drop, where they have all the screens. Basically the spot that everybody knows. I'm heading there right now. And yeah, it's been just moving. It's been making my way up north in Manhattan. And then gonna head over to Central Park. So just gonna walk a couple blocks, turn left, and then we'll be there. But we'll soon get over there and take it all in, being at one of the most famous places here in New York City. So it's gonna be about there now. Yep, we're here. Here we are. Don't get hit. So, famous Times Square, right in the middle of it. We're gonna walk across. Oh yeah, I recognize this. Again, surreal being here with, yeah, seriously, just after all of everything I've seen in TV, watching live, all this stuff. Oh yeah, there it is, right there, boom. That's it right there. Right over there. After all of the media and all that stuff I've seen, being here in real life, wild. All the screen, this is crazy. Oh, Good Morning America's right there. Saw it. Yeah, wow, pretty crazy. Yeah, so that's where they do the ball drop, right over there, behind me, or in front of me. Since 2024, and then back there behind me is the classic just look of the big screen right there. Also a lot of the stuff from Spider-Man, all that. That was one of the things I remember about New York City growing up, was watching Spider-Man. And yeah, this is pretty cool. It's nice to finally be here, see it in person. It's a lot bigger and a lot more grand than I was expecting, so that's always good. It seems to be like the media center of New York City. What a trip. Definitely gotta come here. Check this out when you're here. Walk around, there's a lot going on. It's honestly, it's kind of overloaded the senses, but you know, it's just nice being here, sitting around, people watching. But up next, Central Park. Big one on my list. Very excited to go see that. All right, so finally made it here to iconic Central Park. And just right off the bat, it is way bigger than I thought it was. Just from both looking on it on a map, just trying to get around here, actually being here, like this is crazy. Also flew the drone a little bit and just got it up above the trees, and just seeing how far it actually goes north to south and even east to west. Like this is a big plot of land in the middle of Manhattan. It really just goes to show how big New York City really is. And you know, I knew it was big, but I just could not fathom. I couldn't fathom it until actually like being here. So yeah, it's pretty cool to see. It's a very nice day. All the clouds are starting to dissipate, which is very nice. And I'm just gonna kind of stroll down and get over to a nice little spot in the middle, and just really explore. It's the first time walking through the park, and it's just really nice. So, nice spring day. We take a good day for a stroll, but I really want to get some ice cream, so that's probably one of the last things I'm going to do before heading back to the hostel, or before heading back to the Airbnb. I gotta basically take the train good ways. Actually, it won't even take that long. But man, I've really put some miles down. I'm curious to see how many steps I've taken already today. So basically, more or less walked halfway up Manhattan. So yeah, it's been a really good day. Just gotta go. Just keep going. It's not over quite yet. Oh, look at this. Got the carousel or something right here. Gonna go to the sheep meadow, sit down, chill out for a sec. This is definitely like the spot to go to if you're here for a day, especially if you have a layover and you're jet lagged. People are all just sleeping in the park. You can find a nice quiet area. It's, you know, there's a lot of people here, but it's also very big, so you can find a nice quiet area and just chill out, read a book, hang out, take, you know, people watch, whatever. And you know, no one will really bother you, and it really feels like there's no one around you. It's big enough where it feels like it's not too crowded. You can really get your own zen area. So I think this is where we want to go here. It's like a big nature park. You forget there's buildings here, and then all of a sudden, just you see the big skyscrapers just popping up out of the cloud, or yeah, out of the trees and everything. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Wow. This is just amazing. This is absolutely gorgeous. It's unreal. Well, I'm gonna chill out here for a sec. I'm gonna get on this rock, actually. Now up high. Look at that. Woo! Done did it. We out here.
Martina!
Cool.
You can't go there!
Oh yeah.
Because it's been far from us. Come!
Well, it's time to just hang out for a sec,
Close to me.
and then head out and grab some ice cream. Sounds like a good plan.